Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Lairons, where we are playing more Final Fantasy 14. Last episode we fucking hiccup in the middle of that classic. Anyway, last episode we continued with the MSQ and learned some interesting little tidbits. And one of those is that we need to go and check out the burn. Greetings, my friends. Hadazay has explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphinoid's trail does lead to the burn of all places. The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Guardian history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In a distant past, it was a verdant land, teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of ether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that primals had wrought, that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The Burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphino might have gone there? Aye, mischance, though it lies on a route to Garlemald. It is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I'm of the same mind as Alice. We have no choice but to take our search to the Burn. Given the considerable distance involved, it is best we went by bird. Lynn and I have our yawls. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others? I shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce, there's an overlook. Pray join us there, once you have seen to your preparations. Right, near the House of the Fierce. Here's the Fierce of Yaw! What a dog doing? Damn boy, she's thick. Hello. If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There's no civilization to speak of for 100 moms in all directions. Take care, you do not lose your way. As we unlock the Burn, which is probably one of my favorite Stormblood dungeons. Alright, my friends, I'm gonna be running this dungeon as machinist, because last thing I did was part, and I will be right back, because it's probably gonna take a while for the queue to pop. My time has come! Ah. Finally. That's only 20 minutes of waiting. Yep. The fact that I think that that's only is kind of crazy. I am not going to lie.
Make ready, friends! We are come to the Burn!
We are come.
Everyone, land where you can! We must wait out the storm!
The vibe of this dungeon is glorious. I love it quite a lot. Gun! Machine gun. The pulls in this dungeon are pretty fun. Kind of feel like avoid the boulders when they're going down. Or you can also just not avoid them and be like me. And just be like, if I get hit, I get hit. It's not too bad, so. I just love the overall like look and vibe of this area in combination with the music. Very good. Good dungeon. Illuminate. Oh my god, he's casting that famous spell from Chrono Trigger. Boom. It's such a good spell though. Extremely satisfying to cast. I didn't even look at that one. Didn't get hit though. I see this as an absolute win. Suddenly there's just another one. Another one. Whee. Through the foes, into the nest. The scorpion's dead. Crystal Needle is a pretty obvious tank buster. And then it does Shard Fall, which you can block the damage from by hiding behind these pillars, which will blow up once they've gotten hit. We will load it in form of dissonance. Subarashi. Donuts. Another crystal needle. Focusing on one enemy from Eureka. Alright. Now it's gonna mark some of us, which will aim a line AoE towards us. If any of the pillars get hit by it... Oh no, it's not a line AoE, it just hits you. And I guess you're supposed to hide behind a crystal? Yeah. Well, it's dead anyway. Normally you're supposed to like hide behind the crystal with like use the crystals to hide from that attack, but then not use not get the crystals hit by the AoE around you. That's the bad thing right there. That is something you do not want to have happen. It will result in pain. Probably should have used my reassemble on my drill, but whatever. I have too late now. Look at these cobs. And Mama Cob. Proceed. I thought I pressed my button, but I apparently did not. Just gonna keep shooting him. I don't care if I have aggro. Tank needs to adjust. Gun. Heavy machine gun. I'll be precise, a heavy crossbow. What is it called again? Just auto crossbow, yeah. From Final Fantasy VI, of course. So we get the defective drone. Hey, will you stop droning on like that, please? Somebody will get knocked. And we'll get oil spilled on him. And then he leaves. I shouldn't have used my freaking burst for that. One drone is effective. And the other ones will dash and kill themselves too, except for the big boy. Electrochemical coil. A good old Fangbuster. And then we've got these boys. It's just the same as what I don't remember the dude's name. The boss in Doma Castle. The final boss. Just to not be in their path, and you will be fine. Another electrochemical flame. And that seems to be it. Non-dieable gear. Ugh, disgusting. Right. And the storm has passed as we enter this beautiful freaking area. Oh, I love it here. I seriously wish there was like an entire like zone that is like this for you to explore. That is something I'd really love to see in the future. But for the moment, I'll just have to let this suffice. Right. Let me go and do something called the pro gamer move. Kaboom! May as well use them on trash. If you don't have a melee, like if you know. If you've got people, if you don't have two melees, there we go. Classic Final Fantasy IV reference. The Mist Dragon. Rhyme Wreath is red white, same as other ice dragons use. Then Fog Plume. You can actually see on the floor in which direction the AoEs are going to go. So you can kind of prepare yourself for that. If you get hit by anything, you will get frozen. You'll turn into a rock. Vaporize! What do you think this does, huh? Dragon dissolves into mist. Now be careful. You can still target the dragon in the middle. If you do, if you hit the dragon in his current mist form, you will get countered and you will be frozen. You have to destroy the Draconic Regard. Do not attack him because he will just auto counter. So. Alright, that's going to be a line. A line of AoEs aimed towards him, and it would leave some ice puddles behind. And that is going to be a tank buster kind of deal. It's going to be a Conal instead. Which also leaves a lot of petals. Another Fog Plume, which we can avoid just like this. There was a second one that I did not see, but I stood in the perfect location to avoid it. So I am not going to be complaining. And that is the Mist Dragon. So many fucking da 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 da. It does feel kind of weird though, doing some of these dungeons with like the NPCs being there to help you basically. Feels very weird. The stuff you get in here is not particularly great, unless you wonder. It's like all the resistance stuff basically. Right. Boop. Please give me that voice acting so I can rest. As you are walking and floating.
Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I'm quite ready to leave this wasteland. But first things first. Do you see the crashed ship over yonder? Judging by its class, it must be the vessel that bore Master Alphino away.
War Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle. There may be clues. We should split up and search the area.
There's no sign of Alphino, nor of Maxima and his people.
These were no ordinary soldiers. Over here! The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard. Hand-picked soldiers, answering only to the royal family.
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphino is his prisoner?
Aye, we must not jump to conclusions. Besides, Alphino is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphino is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Where in the world are you, brother? If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
This episode was gonna be Paladin. Well, that was a decidedly uneventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Joking aside, I'd say our birds are due a good brush down and a tweet or two, wouldn't you? I like how that quest name was Feel the Burn. Now, I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after a little outing, but it would seem duty calls, for an emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it would be useful. Thank you. Let us return to my manor then. Wow, okay, thanks, game. Why did I think I could just teleport right over there? What in tarnation? Batting meadow. Oh. Going in.
Lise, what brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphino. Did you manage to pick up his trail? Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphino embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varys' blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varys' orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family. The Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Doma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters. But come, Lise. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official, and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Doma's defenses. You're welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Ashians are concerned, not maybe left a chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lise. Even if it wasn't official business, I had hoped there might be time to show you the land you hope to save, but I will settle for a fleeting visit, if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You've made excellent progress, I must say. And soon you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on too. Till the meeting then. Lynn, I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go, in private. Well, my friend, I will send for Hakuro and the others in the meantime. Great, I'll wait for you at the docks. There you go. Thanks for coming. Knowing you, you've probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. Alizé, she's acting as if everything is alright, but it's clear she's barely coping. The Alizé I know is overbearing, willful and reckless, and that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papalimo, and now I have my friends in the Resistance, and Alizé has you and the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Leave it to me. Thank you, Lynn. Of course, without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you need only ask. Well, I'd best be off. See you in Alamiga. That dress is still peak drip. Excuse me while I run with my Magitech vehicle through your town. Ah, there you are, my friends. Everyone is assembled. So let us begin. Yeah!
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, Yugiri, and correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. 'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own. In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact. For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allagans created the floating continent with land taken from the Burn.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrias-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the Burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanastre, was a key Imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Dorma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the Burn.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the Burn.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
A curious question. Besides Azizlar, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the two occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
Yes. My liege. My lord. My Chad. My goat. It is settled then. I will journey to the Asm Step with the Science. Yugiri and Hakuro, I leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, but I won't be joining you. I'm no etherologist, and what skills I do possess are unlikely to be of any great use to the mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins in the burn warrant attention. And so, while you are away securing an energy source, I will engage our friends at Garden Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plan is to succeed. I trust there are no objections. Have care in the burn. Have care on the step. From what I hear, the Zayla like fighting with friends almost as much as foes. Good luck. You. Oh, so 3 of us then. Very well. Shall we make first for reunion? Reunion. Cloud. The reunion. You know, at some point in my life, I'll be able to play fucking Rebirth when they decide to release it for PC. Same as Final Fantasy 16, which they've been very late with. That's fun. Anyway. So, this is the Asm Step. The tales do not do it justice. If you think the view is impressive here, wait until we reach higher ground. Actually, seeing as it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
I like how it's funny because she can't really see it properly, so...
Of course. During my time with the Mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens? I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
From here we shall travel to Mol Illo. There we may ask Serena about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. Ah yes, my favorite place to traverse. Well, at least it has, you know, more than one Aetheryte. It's no Western Curthus. That's at least nice. I like my cube. Still peculiar though. At some point the image in the cube was different. Of this I am sure. And then it turned back into the original with the Valdesian arsenal in it. I feel like that was a little bit of a secret. I hope it was in any case, because that would be really cool if I noticed that. Anyway. I will see you in the future. Hien, Nin, I'm glad of your visit, and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There's a matter I would discuss with the mole. It concerns not only the peoples of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East. A shot of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul. And you need this to protect our lands? I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. You'll tell me more of the place where it lies buried, this northern crag? If that is your wish, in the mountains to the north there's a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nama's power. There, I believe, you will find what you seek. Ah, yes, I know the place. There's a brisk walk from here, and what are your thoughts on an alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it or no. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However, among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who revere Nama above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred, and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed as you purpose, such tribes are like to spur an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of Nama, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may then consider how best to earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the Maul may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we would not force others into war against their will. Nor we. 100-fold stronger are they who choose to fight of their own accord. Indeed. This is going to be a little bit of a longer episode, maybe. Seems the time has come to put my skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. Oh, it's towards Serena, maybe? I don't know. Well, that was a little confusing. Whee. I'm like a bird. I want to fly away. I don't know where my home is. I don't know where my home is. This place looks awesome, by the way. There's a look at this thing.
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allegan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
What is it?
while the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
So many places in this game are so good. You found that which you seek then? Great, indeed, it is the Dusk Mother's power. If not else will suffice to protect our lands, the blessings of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama, but none are so fervent in their faith as the Dathar. Their consent shall be the key. The Dathar, Lee spoke of them, a warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it will be well worth the effort. The Dathar feel nothing, death least of all, and our alliance will be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let's go to the Dathar and treat with the Hatun. Sadu. Yeah! Serena is such a vibe. Just a sweet, a very sweet woman. Such a good questline, that one. Very good indeed. Fly, my pink boy. You again. How the matters demand our time, Han. Unless it is battle you seek. Alas not. Quite the opposite, in fact. Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power? Of course they do. They are the source of Nama's strength. To the Dathal, no place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. See the wisdom of our proposition, then? You will join hands with us? I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely? Namely, battle with you, Han. Then Adam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Dathal as your allies. Surely those are agreeable terms. Well, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Hatun has made her choice. Shall we dance? Ha! It shall be a battle the steppe shall not soon forget. Ah, already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Han, and await me outside the hearth. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. Right, I'm also going to go just zoom out because, you know, this is going to be a duty if you didn't expect that to be the case. So it'll be an instance. And I could benefit from seeing the entire battlefield.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this harn.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dothal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Sadu! See if I remember how to play. Wow, already missing a lot of HP there, Sadu. Worthy champion of the steppe. But you're mistaken if you think I would fall so easily. Power up! Lip. Fighting you is pure bliss. Such sweet pleasure I will not suffer to end so soon. Another one. About the perfect time for me to fucking... Well, then I'll tell me that is all you have. When I go into a burst against her, it's kind of crazy. My soul demands more, Han. Give me more. Stellar Chulu. Look at this epigraph. Blah. Ah yes, more chulus. My arms grow heavy, my eyes dim. So long as my lifeblood flows, I will fight on. 10 stacks, yeah! Meteor impact. Come, let us begin anew. 60 seconds to meteor impact. This seems a little excessive. The stone speaks! And what does that stone say? Okay. It says leave. Anyway.
Yes! Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so.
This is what they call combat sexual, by the way.
Come, we have only just begun.
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothar! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever.
I love this place so much. It's filled with fucking insane people.
Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this. But if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Patches are so good as Stormblood. I love him so much. Anyway, there we go. We now get to play as Y'shtola! We get Stone 4 for 7 Dawn, Arrow 2 for 7 Dawn, Cure 2, and Ether Whale, which restores your MP. Let's go and just get that little turd out of the way first. Come, plead your case into the sun. Wow, that is a slow ass fucking cast. Oh lord. Do as you will. Okay then. I guess I can focus on Magni if you want me to. Violent Earth. I love it when I can't move. Oh, just 5k? Okay, I thought it was going to be like, you know, lucid dreaming. Nope, it just restores. It restores MP. The amount is not to be specified. You too, but not your place. Scales of the Father. Stormblood, Stormblood. He really does not like it if I attack the other guy, does he? Oh, he hadn't.
Mark well and learn.
Tomahawk. Yeet. Some healing would be welcome. It has been done here. Tawachi. I'm gonna go and give him some more. But soon you will kneel. Scale of the father. The scale of daddy. Flatland Fury. Oh, I guess it's just this. This smooth. This isn't over here. I'm running out of MP. Wind chisel. That was a quick attack. I'm gonna just wait for him to. Nope. Okay. Oh yes, of course. I do 74 damage. Wow. Stole that to me. I will follow you, Hien. Crush weapon. I shall take care of this. Ooh. Fancy. Predictable. What? Nani? So we take every move you make. The sun sees all. Now fall. Active time maneuver. Spam the button. Let's go. Yeah. What strength? What grace is this?
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
Y'shtola, why?
Are you my Nama?
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Little?
Little son! Little son! Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
We have wasted enough time here. Siren awaits for word of our success.
That's fucking... that's... Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Nice job, Y'shtola. Nicely done. Anyway, my friends. With that, I'm gonna leave it over here. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Little Downs, where we were playing Final Fantasy XIV. At the next episode, we're gonna go and report to Serena and see what happens next. Goodbye.